Question 3. We've got f of x, quite a complicated thing. We've got x to the 3 over 2 minus e to the minus x plus x to the minus a half minus 2. And we're going to have to differentiate that, aren't we, to use the Newton-Raphson method. So 3 over 2 x to the half times by the minus 1 there. So I've got plus e to the minus x minus a half x to the minus 3 over 2. So there's the differentiation done. And the iterative formula is that the next one is equal to where you are now minus f of where you are now divided by f dashed of where you are now. And part A actually says, why can't you start with this point here? Why can't you start at the stationary point? And clearly, if you start at the stationary point, whatever you've got here, the gradient at the stationary point would be 0. And so you cannot divide by 0. So the Newton-Raphson won't work. And there's a specimen paper or a sample paper where people wrote that and didn't get full marks, unfortunately. They wanted people to go back another level, in that what the Newton-Raphson formula does is it takes a point here, it does a tangent there, and your next guess is this point here, where the tangent meets the axis. And of course, each time you get closer and closer to try and get to that point there. What they wanted in the exam was that a tangent here would never meet the axis. And so the answer in the back of the book says this, but actually the exam wanted more. It wanted that a tangent would never cross the axis. But what have we got to do? We've got to start with x0 equals 1.2. So let's find out what f of 1.2 is. Stick 1.2 into all of that. I'm getting minus 0.07389. Sorry, just tapping that in the calculator. And f dashed of 1.2, sticking 1.2 into this one here. And that one I've got 1.56399. And so the next guess is going to be 1.2 minus that one over that one. And that's given me 1.247.